Hello everyone, welcome to Starwalkers channel. In the last two videos, we talked about musician Johann Sebastian Bach and artist Peter Paul Rubens from the Baroque era. We said that Bach was silent for a long time after his death until Felix Mendelssohn arranged a performance of Bach's music, starting a Bach revival. I actually hesitated a little on the topic for today because I wanted to talk about someone from the classical period, but Mendelssohn was a key musician who pushed the transition from the classical period to the Romantic period, and I really want to share his connections with Bach. So today, let's talk about Mendelssohn. Mendelssohn's full name is really impressive. Jacob Ludwig Felix Mendelssohn Bartholdy. On February 3, 1809, Felix Mendelssohn was born in a wealthy Jewish family in Hamburg. His father was a renowned banker, his mother was a piano teacher, and his grandfather was the philosopher Moses Mendelssohn. He had three siblings. His sister Fanny was also talented in music, but could not pursue this path due to social stereotypes and pressure towards women. His family renounced Jewish identity, and at 7 years old, Jan Mendelssohn was baptized and became a Christian, which is where the Jacob part in his name came from. The Bartholdy part came from his uncle's property. Like a lot of famous composers, Mendelssohn was a musical prodigy, a rising, shining star that amazed Europe. He learned piano with his mother starting from 6. When he was 9, he had his piano debut that astonished the audience. To better foster his talent of composing, his father gave him a private orchestra as his 10th birthday gift. At 13, he was already an accomplished composer. At 17, Mendelssohn was inspired by William Shakespeare's Midsummer Night's Dream. He composed basically all the music in this musical. One of the songs from the play we still hear very often in weddings today. Mendelssohn also tried writing some other types of music, such as opera. He composed for opera at the age of 18, which turned out to be an epic failure. So then Mendelssohn was like, nope, no opera anymore. Still, Mendelssohn was popular and successful. He entered Humboldt University in Berlin in 1826, studying music as well as other various subjects such as geography, literature, and aesthetics for 3 years. He traveled a lot after he completed his education, to London, to Vienna, to Rome, to Florence, to Naples, to Milan. Mendelssohn was especially popular in England, where he even played music for Queen Victoria and Prince Albert. Comparing with Bach, this guy was really active. He had been composing numerous songs. For example, the Spring Song, which is from his collection of short piano pieces of songs without words. In 1933, he got his first real job in Dusseldorf as a musical director. But sadly, he didn't enjoy the work and decided to leave the next year. Luckily, he found another job quickly, directing for another orchestra in Leipzig since 1835. His life peacefully went by until 1843, when he established the Leipzig Conservatory with his friends Ignaz Moscheles and Franz Schubert. The school is still an influential musical institute in Europe. After he heard about his sister Fanny's death, Mendelssohn was extremely sad and suffered from a series of strokes in half a year. The talented musician passed away at only 38. Mendelssohn arranged a performance of Bach's St. Matthew Passion in Berlin, reviving Bach's work. If you don't remember or haven't seen the video yet, check it out in our channel. This performance largely set the tone of the Romantic era, which is similar to the flowery style in Baroque era. But why did Mendelssohn choose Bach? This mostly was because of his teacher and his family. Mendelssohn's teacher, Carl Friedrich Zelter, was a huge fan of Bach. Similarly, Mendelssohn's great-aunt, Sarah Isaac Levy, admired Bach's music. Coming from a wealthy family, Mendelssohn also had access to Bach's manuscripts as his father acquired them at an auction in Berlin in 1805. He also received Bach's St. Matthew Passion manuscript as a gift from his grandma Bella Salomon and became extremely infatuated with it. Looking at all these connections, it isn't hard to explain why Mendelssohn chose Bach. Okay, here comes the exciting part. We all want to know about Mendelssohn's love life a little, right? In 1837, Mendelssohn married a girl named Cecile Charlotte Sophie Jarnaud. Why are all their names so long? Interestingly, Mendelssohn chose his own way of loving her. To know how much he loved this beautiful girl, he left her for an entire month. Obviously, he couldn't help thinking of her during the separation, so he rushed back and proposed to Cecile. They had 5 kids together, and 4 of them eventually survived. It is said, however, that Mendelssohn fell in love with another girl named Jenny Lind during his marriage. Lind was a Swedish soprano, and she was so in love with Mendelssohn that after his death, Lind established the Mendelssohn Scholarship Foundation in England that awards an English musician every 2 years. Apparently, Mendelssohn was really attractive, both to women and to Europe. This man made Europe obsessed and left at his most glorious time. I guess, to me, although Mendelssohn passed away at only 38, he really lived the most out of it. Say Mendelssohn was lucky to have all these amazing accomplishments, or unfortunate because he died young. Tell us by leaving a comment. I really encourage you to watch our previous videos on Bach and Rubens, who are both from the Baroque era. A pop quiz for you. Do you remember Mendelssohn's full name? See you next time!